Okay, so
Spoilers for Hunter x Hunter, Chimera Ant Arc. If you do not want to hear these are big spoilers.
big time
Mute the
spoilers.
volume, and or just go do something else for like 10 minutes because these are some big spoilers, like really big spoilers for the Ant Arc.
So basically, like my progression through the Hunter x Hunter anime is Mereum, crazy and strong. These Chimera ants are bad as shit, and they're getting through this whole point. Mereum, like, it seems just like he's just an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
So then Netero comes in. He's like, they start fighting. It's a whole thing. Great animation, and then with me, I want conclusion. Like, when I start something, I don't want it to be left in the air. Which is why, like, for example, we've talked about it before in Psychopaths. I don't like the ending.
Yeah.
Or the ending of season 1.
Yeah, you like closure.
I like closure, which should have been in my disappointing anime endings. But anyway, I wanted closure with that fight.
Okay, so let me explain what happens. So, Netero is the head of the Hunter organization, and he is deemed as like the strongest person to go face Mereum, because Mereum is trying to extinguish humans pretty much. Like, they're going to become cattle, and they're going to be like food source animals. That's it. Humans are not level with the ants, because ants are just more superior. So to stop this, Netero, the strongest person that can really challenge Mereum, goes and fights him. So Netero and the Mereum fight is really good. You know, stuff's popping off, stuff is getting crazy, and Netero's literally about to die. Mereum like starts to figure him out, chops off his arm and his leg, and Netero like can't do anything. And so he uses his last resort, which is a dead man switch. So he has, when his heart stops, a bomb goes off. That's the last resort. So he realizes he's going to die, so he kills himself. He sticks his finger in his heart, kills himself, blows himself and Mereum up. And Ari does not agree with this. However, I agree with this.
I don't like it because, like I said before, I want closure. Yes, technically this is closure, but like, I wanted someone to come out of this like as, yes, I am way stronger than you, as the other. Which technically Mereum did do that because it forced Netero to that point, but still, it's like.
But here's
that would have been, just imagine how boss that would have been if Mereum beats this guy Netero. The world is freaking out, and then that's how they introduce Ging. So Ging comes in, he beats Netero, or not Netero, he beats Mereum, and it's this whole thing. And then Gon's like, "Oh, Dad, you saved the world. This and that." And Ging's still like, "You little shit, I don't want to talk to you." And then bounces.
I see. Here's the thing: is they considered Ging though. They considered everyone. Netero was the strongest person that they deemed, and they had to use him because that was the last option. And if Netero dies, humans are literally done. Like, it's not like he's like, he runs up and he's like, haha, sorry bitch, and just like kills himself.
Yeah.
Like, he had to do that. That was his last resort, because he fought, he gave it a chance. And once he realized, I have no option, I'm going to have to do this. It's not like just like a kamikaze deal, which is why I think it's fine and I liked it, because it's like, there's no option for humans. Like, Mereum is literally so overpowered, you cannot do anything about it except you use a bomb meant to destroy people.
Which, I mean, I get, but I would have rathered something else. I would have rathered a more traditional way of concluding things.
Yeah, which I think is fair. Like, yeah, you could go traditional, but there was no other option.
I get it. Like, I mean, but then Netero could have kamikazed himself.
Yeah.
Mereum could have been in like a reduced state or something, or even survive.
But that's what happened. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, even then, like, it would have been cooler if someone else came in and then was like,
but who?
Ging.
But Ging isn't
that could have been
potentially deemed as strong, but the thing with Ging is he doesn't care. And Netero is still considered stronger. That's why they chose Netero. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that's why they chose him.
It's like Ging's a nomad. He's kind of a loser. He's not necessarily the strongest, so Netero is going to have to be it. There's not enough background on Ging.
Yeah, that's why I was saying like that would have been, to me, the greatest way to introduce him.
But then what would you have done after that? Just him go away and never see him again then?
I would have probably, to keep him as like the same character that we already know of him being like an asshole to Gon.
Just like leaving, like he wins and leaves.
Like he wins and like Gon's like, oh Dad, like that's so cool, like you beat him. And like I want to talk to you this whole thing. And then Ging's like, I don't have time for this, and then he leaves.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been hype, I guess, because I do want to see more Ging, and he's supposed to be really strong. I mean, I know his power now, because the manga, you get to see him use it. And it is strong, but I don't even know if it would have been able to beat Mereum.
But now it's gonna know.
But I mean, just based off his Nen, I don't think there's a lot he could have done. I want to get into it, but I don't because it's manga.
Because I haven't even. I'm reading the manga right now, but it's fine. I mean, I get it because I have no idea what his power is. I just know that people say that he is just as strong, if not stronger, than Netero. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know what that could be or what it means really. So I don't know. It could be left in the air. I'm okay with the way it ended. I just wish there was more closure.
I think that's the most closure you can get in the situation.
For how OP they showed Mereum, like I understand why, like Netero was forced in this position. Like he only had like an arm.
Yeah, it was his last option.
Yeah. So like I get it. It's just it doesn't have my stamp of approval.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I think that is the only option that they could have gone because humanity without Netero is just weaker than before. So there's literally nothing they could have done. I mean, yeah, maybe Adult Gon could have done something, but Adult Gon
they didn't know.
But Adult Gon was like
a one
and done deal.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like Super Saiyan where you can just transform. And Jing is just Jing.
Right.
I think for the situation at hand, it definitely is a ballsy move in terms of writing it, but I think it was the best option and the only option. Because I mean, it wasn't a cop out because it was the last option. They still fought, you know.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
Which I can see that, but it's just like for how, like especially for how like cool of a character Netero was. I wish that it wasn't a forced suicide sort of thing.
I see. I mean that makes sense, but I think it was good. Personally,
I think it was a good fight. And the only thing that I have to knock about that whole thing, the arc, was the end of that fight.
Yeah.
Like, still is an amazing arc. Great anime overall. It's just
best anime overall.
We've debated this before. Check out our previous episode. I think episode 2.
Yeah.
About
top.
Yeah, top animes. But anyway, so.